In November of 1987, two young people set out on what should have been a short, ordinary trip. They never came home. For more than 3 decades, their murders remained unsolved, a haunting cold case that stretched across international borders, frustrated investigators, and left families waiting for answers. This is the story of Jay Cook and Tanya Van Cuylenborg, a double murder that took 31 years to solve and was finally cracked by DNA technology in 2018. Jay Reed Cook, 20 years old, lived in Saanich, British Columbia, Canada. He was described as quiet, kind, and dependable. Jay worked at a metal fabrication shop and was saving money for the future. Tanya Louise Van Cuylenborg, just 18, lived in Saanich as well. She was outgoing, artistic, and close with her family. Tanya worked as a clerk at a department store and had dreams of traveling. Jay and Tanya had recently started dating. They were young, hopeful, and excited about life. On November 18, 1987, Jay and Tanya boarded the MV Coho ferry from Victoria, British Columbia, to Port Angeles, Washington. Their plan was simple: drive to Seattle, pick up a furnace for Jay's workplace, return to Canada the same day. They traveled in Jay's 1979 Ford pickup truck. But something went wrong. Jay and Tanya never returned home that night. Families assumed maybe plans changed or there were travel delays. But by the next day, concern turned into panic. Neither Jay nor Tanya had made contact. Their truck was missing. There were no financial transactions, no phone calls. They had vanished. On November 19, 1987, a passerby made a chilling discovery near Port Angeles in Clallam County, Washington. The body of Jay Cook was found in a wooded area near Elwha River. He had been shot in the head. His hands were bound with rope. He was partially concealed by branches. Jay was pronounced dead at the scene, but Tanya was still missing. 3 days later, on November 22, 1987, another discovery was made, this time nearly 60 miles away. In Skagit County, Washington, hunters found the body of Tanya Van Cuylenborg in a remote area near Acme. She had been sexually assaulted, strangled, left in a wooded ditch. Tanya was found wearing only a bra and socks. Her other clothing was missing. Investigation begins. Authorities from Clallam County Sheriff's Office, Skagit County Sheriff's Office, Royal Canadian Mounted Police, RCMP, began working together. Key questions haunted investigators. Who kidnapped them? Why were they separated? Was this a robbery or something more personal? Jay's truck was later found abandoned in Bellingham, Washington. There were no witnesses, no suspects, no arrests. The case went cold. Decades of silence. For the families, time did not heal anything. Jay's parents and Tanya's mother lived with unanswered questions. Who did this? Why? Will we ever know the truth? Detectives periodically reopened the case, but forensic technology in the late 1980s was limited. Although biological evidence was collected from Tanya's body, DNA databases did not yet exist. The killer remained free. A breakthrough after 30 years. In the mid-2010s, cold case investigators revisited the evidence. This time, they used genetic genealogy, a new forensic method that compares crime scene DNA to public genealogy databases. In 2018, investigators identified a family line connected to the DNA. The name that emerged shocked everyone. The suspect was William Earl Talbot II, a truck driver living in SeaTac, Washington. In 1987, Talbot was 24 years old, lived near where Tanya's body was found, had no prior criminal record for murder. Police secretly collected his DNA from a discarded cup. It was a match. On May 7, 2018, William Talbot was arrested. For the first time in 31 years, Jay and Tanya's families heard the words they thought might never come. We have a suspect. Talbot pleaded not guilty. The trial began in 2019 in Skagit County Superior Court. Prosecutors laid out the case. Talbot abducted Jay and Tanya. He restrained Jay and shot him. He sexually assaulted and murdered Tanya. He dumped their bodies in separate locations. DNA evidence placed Talbot with Tanya. Witnesses testified about rope, locations, and movements consistent with his truck routes. In June 2019, the jury delivered its decision. William Earl Talbot, II, was found guilty on 2 counts of first-degree murder, kidnapping, rape. He was sentenced to 2 consecutive life sentences without parole. For the families, justice came, but late. Jay Cook was 20. Tanya Van Cuylenborg was 18. They never got the chance to live their lives. But their case became one of the most important examples of how DNA genealogy can solve even the coldest cases. For 31 years, a killer walked free. But time, science, and persistence finally caught up with him. Jay Cook and Tanya Van Cuylenborg were not forgotten. And their story reminds us that even when justice is delayed, it can still arrive. This was TruthTrove Stories. Thank you for listening.